Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Wednesday, October 12, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. By becoming a member of the High Stakes Patreon, you will have access to our best team picks, total picks, parlay picks and much more. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Miami Heat vs New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans visit South Florida on Wednesday to play the Miami Heat in an NBA preseason matchup. New Orleans is 3-0 through its first 3 games of the preseason after defeating the San Antonio Spurs 111-97 on Sunday. Trey Murphy III was the leading scorer for New Orleans with 27 points. Zion Williamson played 24 minutes and scored just 8 points for the Pelicans, but grabbed 9 boards. Brandon Ingram sat out for New Orleans with a sore left toe, and high-scoring guard CJ McCollum was held out because of a right ankle problem. However, the top 3 for New Orleans, Williamson, Ingram and McCollum, are all expected to see action on Wednesday versus Miami. It remains to be seen if Williamson can play a full schedule after only playing 85 of 226 games over the past 3 seasons. Miami is the favorite to repeat as the champion of the Southeast Division, as Miami has several of the same players returning from last season. New Orleans remains a bit of an unknown as Zion Williamson starts the season healthy but has missed 141 of a possible 226 games over the last 3 seasons. Miami's defense is one of the NBA's best and will pick up the victory at home on Wednesday against New Orleans. The Miami Heat are 3-1 in the preseason and defeated the Houston Rockets 118-110 in their most recent outing on Monday night. Max Strus was the leading scorer for Miami with 24 points, while 3 other players each scored 15 points each for the Heat in a game in which Kyle Lowry, Bam Adebayo, Caleb Martin, Tyler Herro and Jimmy Butler did not play. Miami's roster for the season will look very similar to that of last year, with Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Jimmy Butler, Nikola Jovic and Bam Adebayo expected to be the starting 5. Jovic is a talented rookie who could start the season as the 6th man with Tyler Herro starting. The Heat has a healthy Victor Oladipo and Max Strus gives Miami depth at shooting guard. Our total pick is over 200.5 points. Phoenix Suns vs Sacramento Kings. The Sacramento Kings look to keep their preseason record perfect with a victory on the road Wednesday versus the Phoenix Suns. Sacramento is 2-0 following its victories over the Los Angeles Lakers and Portland Trail Blazers. In Sunday's victory over the Trail Blazers, Keegan Murray was the leading scorer for Sacramento with 16 points. De'Aaron Fox scored 14 points, while Domantas Sabonis chipped in with 13 points. Sacramento is expected to be much better this season, led by De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis, who will be playing their first full season together after Sabonis was acquired at the trade deadline last season. Those 2 will be joined by Harrison Barnes, Kevin Huerter and rookie Keegan Murray as the projected starting 5. The first players off the bench for Sacramento this season will be Richaun Holmes, Malik Monk and Davion Mitchell. Sacramento is expected to be more competitive this season, led by Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox, but Phoenix has the more talented roster top to bottom, led by Devin Booker, Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton amongst others. At home on Wednesday, the Suns are expected to use their starters for at least 25 to 30 minutes each, and Phoenix will pull away and defeat Sacramento by double digits. Our team pick is Phoenix Suns win. Phoenix looks to bounce back from a loss when hosting the Sacramento Kings on Wednesday. Phoenix is 1-2 in the preseason and was defeated by the Denver Nuggets 107-105 last time out. Devin Booker was the leading scorer for Phoenix with 20 points, while DeAndre Ayton scored 19 points and grabbed a team-high 11 rebounds. Chris Paul handed out a team-high 8 assists but scored only 6 points. Phoenix finished the regular season with the best overall record in the NBA, but was knocked out of the postseason by the Dallas Mavericks. The Suns will have most of the same players on the roster returning this season. The starting five is expected to be Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Michael Bridges, DeAndre Ayton and Cameron Johnson. Cameron Payne, Torrey Craig and Bismack Biyombo are the first players that will see action off the bench for Phoenix. Our total pick is over 210.5 points. The Minnesota Timberwolves look to keep their preseason record perfect with a victory on the road Wednesday against the Los Angeles Lakers. Minnesota is 3-0 and defeated the Clippers 119-117 in their most recent matchup on Sunday. Naz Reid was the leading scorer for Minnesota with 20 points. Karl-Anthony Towns scored 19 points, while Reid was the leading rebounder with 11. Minnesota is expected to compete for a top 4 seed in the Western Conference this season. Minnesota has a trio of young stars in Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. Those three are expected to be joined by offseason acquisition and leading NBA rebounder Rudy Gobert and Jalen McDaniels as the starting five. The first few players off the bench for Minnesota this season will be Kyle Anderson, Naz Reid and Taurean Prince. Minnesota and Los Angeles each have a trio of stars, with both trios expected to see plenty of action on Wednesday in this matchup. Minnesota's youth movement led by Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell will give the Los Angeles defense fits, and the Timberwolves will walk away with a victory on Wednesday in a matchup that will have the feeling of a mid-season Western Conference showdown. Our team pick is Minnesota Timberwolves win. The Los Angeles Lakers look for their second consecutive victory on Wednesday when hosting Minnesota. Los Angeles is 1-3 in the preseason, but defeated the Golden State Warriors 124-121 for their first victory on Sunday. Anthony Davis was the leading scorer for Los Angeles with 28 points. Russell Westbrook and LeBron James did not play for Los Angeles, nor did Patrick Beverley or Dennis Schroeder. However, expect to see those regulars on the court Wednesday versus Minnesota. The big question for Los Angeles during the regular season will be if LeBron James, Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook can all coexist on the same roster after last season suffering through an injury-filled disappointment in which the Lakers missed the playoffs. That trio will be joined by Kendrick Nunn and Damian Jones as the expected starting five for Los Angeles, with players such as Patrick Beverley, Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant the first off the bench. Our total pick is over 210.5 points. Clippers vs Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets look for their second victory of the preseason on Wednesday when visiting the Clippers. Denver is 1-2 following its 107-105 victory over the Phoenix Suns on Monday. Ish Smith was the leading scorer for Denver with 17 points. Most of Denver's starters such as Nikola Jovic, Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon did not play in the victory. Michael Porter Jr. played 23 minutes and scored 9 points, but shot only 2 for 11. Denver's trio of stars Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. will start the season healthy, and remaining healthy is the key to success for the Nuggets this season. Those three are expected to be joined by Aaron Gordon and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to form the starting five for Denver. The first players off the bench for the Nuggets will be Ish Smith, Jeff Green, Bruce Brown and Bones Highland, who last season played well at guard and helps make up for the loss of Monty Morris. Denver and LA are evenly matched when healthy, as each has a trio of stars that are talented at both ends of the court. Two of the three stars for each team are also coming off injuries, which will make for an interesting matchup between these two Western Conference rivals as the regular season approaches. Look for Kawhi Leonard and Paul George to lead LA to victory at home over the Nuggets on Wednesday. Our team pick is Clippers win. Los Angeles is 2-1 through its first 3 games of the preseason and is coming off a 119-117 loss at home to the Minnesota Timberwolves on Sunday. John Wall was the leading scorer for the Clippers with 20 points. Kawhi Leonard played 17 minutes and scored 8 points, while Paul George scored 14 points for the Clippers, and Marcus Morris Sr. chipped in with 13 points. LA played what is expected to be its starting five. The LA Clippers will have Kawhi Leonard and Paul George at 100% to start the season and have added veteran guard John Wall, who has not played a full NBA schedule for the last 3 years. The projected starting five for the Clippers will be Leonard, George, Wall, Marcus Morris Sr. and Ivica Zubac. The first player off the bench will be Reggie Jackson, who has been a starter for each of the last 2 years. Others seeing plenty of action will be Norman Powell, Luke Kennard, Robert Covington and Terrence Mann.